Okay. I think we're all good here. Just double checking everything. Yep, looks pretty good. Bit rate should be good as well. Perfect. All right. I think I'm gonna have to turn on the old key light because it's a little dark in here. Whoa, that is too bright. About 7%. I think 7% is pretty good. Okay. Just getting things set up here. I'm gonna put a test chat. Perfect. And then this one should also work. Sweet. All right. I think we're set up when it comes to that. Do one more thing. Gotta get this all set up. It is so long since I've streamed, especially on Twitch, so this will be a bit of a crash course. Of course, it looks like on YouTube the thumbnail is wrong. Yeah, it looks like it got everything wrong on YouTube. Really unimpressed with Stream East Live. I don't know if y'all, or Stream Elements. I keep saying Stream East. Stream Elements. I don't know if y'all have used that. Very, very unimpressed with that. Yeah, this is way off, man. This thing is not good at all. Reset all my settings, all my tags. All right. Okay, should be fixed now. Double check. Yeah, we look good. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and kick it off. So we'll be creating a new coach. This is going to be alma mater Alabama. So South Alabama would make a lot of sense. I'm not going to do South Alabama again. Part of me kind of wants to start off with something like Troy. Keep it Alabama, but different than South Alabama. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And they run the 3-3-5 tight. So we're going to start off as the defensive coordinator at Troy. And I kind of want to do motivator. I've done tactician so far, and I really liked tactician. Recruiter's also kind of interesting. I've never done recruiter. I'm thinking motivator though. Get your players to play their best by boosting their ratings and composure. Nobody has it better than us. I'll move this over here. Yeah, that's way better. Let's do motivator. This is going to be Chance Fortunata. Now, if anybody followed the Flyers franchise way back in the day, I guess now, Chance Fortunata was a complete OC. He was not part of the Olympia universe before the Flyers. Created to be a #1 overall pick, can't miss player, and he ended up being really, really good. Really, really good. Alma mater, Alabama. He ended up breaking the sack record, as a matter of fact. Have him be intense. Stance can be hands on knees. You know, he was a clock and cushion, ground control, matchup oriented, reactive schemer, mad scientist. I definitely feel like he's a mad scientist. And the no huddle's fine. Defensive aggressiveness, we're going to go pretty high on that. I think he definitely would be the type to simulate that way. And then appearance. There's a head I'm looking for, and there it is. And his physique, he's going to be muscular, 6'3", 264 pounds. That's Chance Fortunata right there. Gear, this is the fun one. I want to say I had him in... Yeah, I had him in this t-shirt right here. We might change this. I definitely might end up changing the look of my guys here. But for now, I'm going to start him off with khaki shorts and this button-down polo shirt type thing. So Chance Fortunata, the former Alabama defensive end, future or former Flyers defensive end, signing a 1-year deal here with Troy. And we will be running the 3-3-5 tight, I guess. I've never run that one before, but we'll definitely run that here. We're going to start off with 100 points bonus as well. I figured I'd keep those because, why not? I want to get started off in the series with a little more up front. Unfortunately, I still need a haircut pretty badly. So it's just gonna look bad. We'll just have to deal with that. Man, my hair is so long. It's like getting into my eye. Alright, so motivator. I've never actually gone into this one. We can interest boost for QB recruits when a current QB hits a skill cap. We get off-season boosts. So I think since we're defense, we're going to want to go for this first. And I'm going to go ahead and max out D-line because that is what our good friend Chance Fortunata was. And then I also, it's the 3-3-5. So I think it would make sense to go ahead and max out linebacker. I'm not going to touch kicker. But we'll just go ahead and max out all of this. Can we spend points anywhere else? I don't think so. So we'll just go ahead and max out our defense, and I'll leave the rest of the points just sitting there. All right. Troy's year 1 schedule. Yeah, I'm fine with playing FCS out Southeast, honestly. Of course, we take on South Alabama week 6. That'll be fun. Looks like a pretty tough schedule, to be honest. And I'll check the team in a minute. Let's go ahead and set up the recruiting board and get some prospects going. So it looks like this team needs edge rushers, linebackers, and corners a lot. And I want to start with edge rusher for sure. I think I'd like to see if there's anybody in the state of Alabama that's going to be really highly rated for us. So let's look at 5 stars. And we do have 3. None of them want to come here, though. Okay. What about 4 stars? Of course, it would help if I put edge. No 4 stars want to come here. About 3 stars with us as the top school. None. How about top 3? Top 5. Any interest? Top 10? We have 2. Proximity to home, power rusher. I like that. Go ahead and target him. And conference prestige, power rusher. So there's really not a lot of reason to bring him in. What about linebacker? I want to look at any outside linebackers with Thumper. And the reason I want to do Thumper is because I want to try to find someone to play edge. And Thumpers, I think, can do that pretty well from what I understand. About 3 stars. Wow, none. Mike wouldn't be terrible, but none there either. Okay, so that's not going to be an option for us. Kind of was curious on that. Let's just go ahead and look at who has us number 1 on the board. And for now, we'll just look at 3 stars. Nobody has us number 1. What about top 3? 2. So we have 2 tight ends. We do need 2 tight ends, it looks like. It looks like we need both proximity to home. So these would both be good. Vertical threat, pure blocker, that's fine. I'll try to go ahead and add those. This is kind of brutal. Alright, let's do minimum pipeline 1, recruit stage open, and then star rating 4 for position OLB thumper. And that would be 4 players. We have a playing time thumper. That'd be pretty nice. And a proximity to home. So I'll add both of those guys. Is athlete something? Yeah, athlete is something as well. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is set this to any. Go to 4-star, recruiting stage 1, pipeline 1, recruiting stage open. And then I'm going to look at OLB. Does that show me athletes? No. What if I go to 3 stars? Still no athletes. Oh, no, they do show thumpers here. Okay. None interested in us, though. Athlete Thumper from Oregon. Conference prestige, though. That's not great. Contact Seeker. Oofda. Okay. So that's every 3-star up. Athlete. We didn't get very lucky there, did we? Alright, well, let's take a look at the team then. So at Edge, really good player that's going to be leaving after this year because he's a senior. A sophomore that should be staying through the rest of this year at least, and then next year. A freshman that'll leave. A freshman that'll stay for another year. A freshman that'll leave, so we'll likely retain one. We'll lose another one. We'll lose another one, so we'll have one edge rusher total. All of our defensive tackles, except for... No, all of our defensive tackles can be expected to leave. Linebacker, we can expect to lose everyone. Yeah, like all of our linebackers are expected to leave. Wow. Okay. Cornerback, pretty much everyone. Okay, so it's a complete overhaul on defense. We basically have to get an entirely new defense. And we're building it for the 3-3-5 tight, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to shift our focus a little bit, start searching. I want to look at defensive tackles with the player type pure power. I'm also open to gap specialist. I want them to have a recruiting pipeline of 1 and then openness. Okay, so that's none. I'm going to go ahead and add this defensive tackle to the board. I kind of don't have a lot of option on who I go after here. Proximity to home, that's pretty good. I'll go ahead and add him to the board. Okay. That kind of takes care of that. Pretty much my only options. Any defensive tackles with interest? The one. So for now, that's the best we can do. Edge. This is going to be a tricky one. I feel like edge, I want to be edge setter. There are no edge setters that... Oh, okay, here we go. We'll add the one edge setter we can. Proximity to home, that's going to be broken after year 1. Pro potential. Playing time? Okay. That's not bad. 220 is pretty weak. I was really hoping for a little bigger. We've got 3 wanting playing time. So I'll add them and I'll see kind of who gets bumped from that. Pro potential, pro potential, pro potential. Okay, that's a good start, I think. And then we need OLB Thumper is what I'm looking for. What do we have here? Preferably someone bigger. 236, you know, that's not necessarily going to get it done. 217, 215, 220, 239, that might do it. 213, 229, 216, 218, 211. Okay, now we'll look at deal breakers. It's kind of the next big step here. Proximity to home. So he'll stay interested in us for a little while at least. Same with Sam Chong. I mean, we'll just have to see what we can do. These are 4-star guys I'm looking at now. So what are the chances on them? Playing time, playing time, playing time. We can offer all those guys. And we'll just kind of scout what we can. I wouldn't mind finding a Mike that's a lurker. Play that linebacker role. We do have some options there. We have a 4-star guy in Jason Monet. Proximity to home? Pretty high for these guys. Okay. We could also do signal color. Let's see the recruiting board now, because that was a lot of players we just added. And I want to look at the linebackers first. So playing time B-, playing time A+. So to me, that kind of bumps this guy. 239 pounds though. Look at the mics. Playing time A+, playing time B-. Playing time A+. We'll kind of offer all those guys. I'll let this guy go. Playing time A+, offer. Playing time A+, offer. Playing time A+. Proximity to home. I'll probably keep that guy. I'll keep that guy. That guy. And then at edge, let's look at defensive tackle next. These are 3 stars, so I might want to scout them first. A bust. That's not ideal. 86 strength, 85 strength, block shedding 58. That's pretty rough. Hit power's high, block shedding's a little higher here. I'm gonna offer both of these guys, I think. I know one's a bust, but you gotta get what you can get. And then the edges, I'm not too sure about these guys. Let's move everybody up and down for now. Try to clean up the board a little bit. So the unfortunate thing is that I have to do recruiting for the offense as well. I'm not looking forward to that too much. And I don't know what all this team loses on offense. So that could get a bit tricky. First, we're going to worry about the defense, though. We're going to get them sorted. And then we're going to switch over to the offense. I'm just trying to organize everything. Alright, got everything organized. These were the last 2 guys I added. A+, Power Rusher. Strength's going to be decent. Block shedding's going to be weak, so I don't love that. But he is... I don't know. We'll come back to that one. So we've got defensive tackles and linebackers offered. I'm going to go ahead and take a look now at corner. That's the big next thing we want. I mean, let me look at the athletes first. I want to see any athletes that are interested in here. There is one. A power rusher, proximity to home, 279. So that's more what I'm looking for. Let's just throw him on the board real quick. I want to see what he grades. And I'll use all the points on this one. Strength 84, block shedding's 56, so that's not ideal. But speed's going to be up there. I kind of like that. Finesse and power moves. I mean, he's a bit of a developmental player here. We'll go ahead and offer him that scholarship. All right, cornerback. We're looking at recruit stage, open. Let's do 4-star first. Proximity to home field wouldn't be bad, especially for nickel sets. He could play the nickel. Proximity to home field. Proximity to home bump and run. That's definitely ideal. So let me go ahead and add those guys. And my mentality right now is if you're 4-star, you just get the scholarship. There's absolutely no reason not to go ahead and offer the scholarship. And this could be a little dangerous. We might end up actually busting on most of these guys. Pause. That's a massive pause. Okay. Now I'll look at 3-star cornerbacks. I want to look at anybody that has open, pipeline minimum of 1. And then I want them to have bump and run. What do I want to run? I'm thinking zone. Am I crazy if I go zone? Conference prestige for all these guys? Come on. Okay, what about boundary? Alright, hey, the multi-chat works. I can see that's a Twitch chat right there. Doesn't show on the screen yet, but we'll get there. Man, there is just not a lot of people to see here. Yeah, kind of working. It was a little buggy. Got it, but it took a bit of finagling to get to work. That's not bad. That's not bad. The zone coverage isn't exactly good, but he's got a mental, so that kind of makes me interested in him. I've offered 14 scholarships. I don't want to offer too many because I still have to scout for the offense as well. Man, oh man. If I remember how to do this. There we go. Goodbye. Goodbye, spam. This guy's a field cornerback, and he looks like he'll have pretty decent speed. That zone will probably be mediocre. Okay. I mean, I think you just kind of have to go with it for now. I don't think there's much choice. Okay, we've offered 15 scholarships. I'm fine with taking up to 20. I'm not going to win all these guys anyway, and we're going to have to probably do a lot in the transfer portal. I'd like a hybrid safety, and I don't care if it's free safety or strong. I don't know why they include this descriptor anymore. I don't think that's really a thing. I don't think you're a free safety or a strong safety. You're mostly just a safety. Okay, we'll go down to 3. Conference prestige, so that'd be a 1-year rental for the most part. Playing time. That I can offer you, sir. Speed 91, that'll get the offer. Alright, I can't expect to lose all these players. So that's okay. Could use coverage specialists. I'm probably going to be running a lot of zone coverage. So let's look at coverage specialist. 4-star. None at strong. What about free? None at free. Let's go down to 3 stars. None we can recruit. Boy, oh boy, we are in trouble there. Proximity to home. I mean, you know, what is it? Where is he at? Arlington, Texas. The proximity to Alabama is a C+. I don't know about that one at all. Something tells me that's not accurate. But, you know, one from Dallas. We'll throw them on. About free safeties. Playing time. Okay. Proximity to home. From Frisco. Let's get a bunch of Texas guys. Proximity to home, or playing time. Proximity to home B-. Okay. And then a JUCO. So the cool thing about this is now I can check who I just offered and see what their playing time. So he's still A+, so he still grades really high on that. I think I'd rather offer these guys. Oh, he's a 4-star. I'm offering 4-star guys still. That is not, that's gonna bite me in the butt for sure. Okay, I think we've offered 19 scholarships. I think we're good. Maybe now we look at offense, but it looks like the offense for the most part's good. Maybe I'll just look at any guards that have an interest in us. So it looks like they need guards. I'm sorry, is that saying there's not a single offensive guard in the country interested in coming here? Is that what I just saw? Playing time. We can offer that. Oh, I have 35 targets. I'm already capped. Sheesh. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and offer these 2 tight ends. Proximate home C+, Arlington, proximate home C+. I will scout these guys real quick. Oh, Jim. Okay, we're definitely offering this guy. And then what about this guy? Yeah. Pretty rough. This is just, so I took over, I wanted to be in Alabama because I'm having the coach for this Coach Carousel be Chance Fortunata. I wanted him to start in Alabama, since he's from Alabama. Proximate A+. I think I'm just going to offer this guy as well. Getting a little laissez-faire here with my offers. I probably should stop what I'm doing. Let's get rid of some of these guys. The problem with choosing Alabama is I had to go with somebody small. Therefore, I went with Troy, so rival of South Alabama. Everything kind of stays in the same state. Let's just get rid of some of these guys. I can always do searching after the first week. 26 scholarships. This is too much, and I'm definitely not going to get all these guys, so I probably should just quit now. The offense still needs players. I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's too much I can do. Quarterback. I guess I could look at quarterback. JUCO Jr. This guy's probably really good. Let's add him. I just can't afford to scout, you know? I have to I have too many holes to fill. The entire defense is supposed to leave in the portal on this team, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Look at recommended offensive guards, and doesn't show me for these guys what their deal breaker is. That's weird. I wonder why. It's recommending me that guy. No. Oy vey. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I think we just roll the dice. I think we just go to the next, well, let me do some scouting real quick just to see. Scouted that guy fully, scouted that guy fully. No scouting 4 stars because I'm just going to offer the best I can. Use all our hours on this guy. Gem! Okay. Bust. Nothing. He's fully scouted. Alright. I say we go ahead and get into it now. Already gotten locked out by somebody. That's awesome. This team has terrible grades. I think this team might be in a worse position than South Alabama was when I took them over. If that's even possible. Alright, we're first for this guy. We can offer, what's 45 divided by 5? That's 9. We can offer 5 guys 50 points. And I think we have to remove anybody who has received offers already. And it's looking like that's a lot of players. Maybe this guy. No to this guy. Okay, so we can offer him 50. He kind of becomes one of our top targets here. This defensive tackle doesn't have any offers. Offer 25. This defensive tackle, I mean, I need defensive tackles, so that's definitely something. 3 offers, but none that are necessarily going to change the game much. Okay, proximity to home on a power rusher athlete. Proximity to home on a 4-star corner. Who have I actually jumped in? Okay, these 2 guys. We're battling with South Alabama. Man, this is crazy. Quarterback. I think I put 10 hours into him. I'm going to back out of that free safety race. That's unwinnable. This one might be winnable, so I'm going to put 25 into him. This one's going to be unwinnable. The gym. I want to put 50 hours into any gym. Naturally. Power rusher, proximity to home. I'm just going to see if I can get into that one. I'm not too concerned with it. Same with this one, 10 hours. And then this guy, I'm not going to put any points into him. We have a proximity to home thumper that's only got 1 offer. So could we actually contend in this one? I don't know. Then nobody's offered here for this thumper. So I'm going to send 50 hours for playing time. I'd kind of like to stay on in this hybrid safety, but I think that's all I can do. Jim here, so we're going to do 50 points on this one. Proximity to home B+. I think I have to back out of this one. And I think I can go hard on this one. I think I can go 25 on that one. No chance on this guy. This guy maybe. So I'm going to go 25 points on him. pin on this athlete. And then that leaves some hours. I'm probably going to go after this corner right here. Yeah. Let's start with that. I'll see what happens. I'll kind of reevaluate after week 0 here. And we can just simulate week 0. Got locked out of some more teams. Of course, our first game of the year is going to be against FCS South something or other. That should be interesting. Looks like one of the guys that locked me out, I was given 50 points, so that kind of sucks. This tight end, we're number 1 for now. Still the only one for him. This one, I don't think we're going to get back into the battle for. Yeah, this one, there's no way I can catch up to that. I think I can put 10 into this guy. We're jumping up on some of these 4-stars. We really are. Bump and run. Bump and run's not exactly what I want in my team this year, but that's something that we can actually try to go for. Yeah, I mean, we are definitely jumping up on some of these. .305. Wouldn't mind somebody a little bigger, but... Okay, let's start with that. These look pretty promising, actually. Only 15 scholarships for now, but I think we're going to try to build more through the transfer portal once we get there. And we have FCS Southeast. Let's go ahead and do one more thing real quick. And that is scheme and playbook. So we're running the 3-3-5 tight. I've never played 3-3-5. Never. So that'll be kind of interesting to go through. Let's redshirt players. I'll help the offense out a little bit. The good news is that we have so many players wanting to transfer and only 20 can. So that means some players are going to be forced to stay, which is nice. You want players that are forced. Brother, 73 overall, wanting pro potential. Now, the good thing about this series, we are only going to play, if we're a coordinator, we're only going to play the side of the ball that we are coordinating. And I'm just going to, I need so much depth at edge that I got to just redshirt anybody I can and try to just run off what I have. I can't remember in the 3-3-5 tight who lines up where. .56 overall kicker. My gosh. Okay, and there is a spreadsheet I can look at that shows me that. So let me find that real quick. Three, 5 tight. So it looks like nose tackle and then defensive tackle 1 and 2 get used, as well as edge. In the nickel, it's rushing defensive tackles and rushing ends, and then linebackers. So we use a lot of rushing players. In the 3-4 tight, It's nose tackle, 2 defensive tackles, 2 edges. Okay. That's interesting. And then in the 3-3-5 over flex, nose tackle, defensive tackle, 2 edges. So, all right. What that tells me is I'm going to have a lot of guys dropping into coverage that should not be in coverage. And I don't know if there's much we can do about that. Let me check formation subs. Maybe there is one thing we can do. Why is this showing 4-2-5? Does this use my head coach's playbook? No. 3-3-5 tight. Yeah, it's not showing me the correct playbook. Okay. Whatever. Alright. That's fine. I'll just go ahead and get into it. Let's run with the default uniforms. Troy, 3-3-5 tight. And play defense only. Hopefully the audio is not too loud as well. I think it's going to be a little too loud, so we'll do it to 24. Let me know if that's too loud. Doesn't look like it should be. It might be comparable to my voice. It's kind of hard to say. But Troy coming out for the first game of the season. This first year is going to be kind of a throwaway year because after this first year is when we start getting our new players in. We can start recruiting based on what we want. The nice thing about being a... Well, again, I have to recruit for everybody, so that kind of sucks. That's the one part about coordination that I don't like. But let's go ahead and play the moment. I picked defense because I don't like the fact that I don't feel very confident in my defense. I've really struggled. And I want to run some Tampa 2. I didn't change my front or anything. Okay, well, that's a good start. I think I have just base sliders. I'll probably just play with those for now. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I want to bring a lot of blitzes in this formation. So we're going to run overload 3 press. Perfect. Then we have a pretty obvious passing down. I want to go ahead and run a mug. And I kind of want to run everything out of the cover 3. So let's go ahead and run nickel 2 trap. So even though we're running the cover 3, we're running a cover 3 shell, we're still going to run things out of the cover 3 primarily. Oh, fumble! And we've got it. Let's go. First turnover of the season. That's FCS Southeast, so only so much can be taken from this. I want to go to normal speed, though. Okay, here we go. Play all defense. Goose Crowder pass. Mojo Dortch. Mojo Dortch injured on the play. And then a touchdown. Pretty quick score for the Trojans. Let's go. Scott Taylor Renfro, our kicker. Scott Taylor Renfro. Alright, we're on defense. We're going to go back to that mint. I think this is kind of our base formation, and it doesn't look like you can actually change the coverage shell. You're kind of stuck with what you have. I'm going to run this Sam Mike press. I've been reading a lot about match coverage, so, you know, I kind of have the responsibility of the third receiver as the linebacker. That's something I've been figuring out how to do. You can also run the overflex, which does have different shells we can run it out of. So we can run a cover 2 shell, or we can run a sim. Sim's pretty good. I like sim because it basically allows you to get pressure. without sending extra rushers. You only send 4. And then I'll run a mug. Again, everything in this game is going to be run out of the cover, the 3 shell. We're going to run this Mike loop. And I have the 3rd receiver responsibility, so that's going to be anybody cutting in. Running back gets it, and we get the stop. So far, so good. This is Heisman difficulty as well. Oh, we get punt return duty. I didn't know that, to be honest. Also, punt return. That's kind of cool. All right. Let's see how the offense does. 2-yard run. 3-yard run. And we're back on defense. Did not look very good. 52-yard punt, though. That's pretty nice. But a 20-yard return. That's not nice. All right, let's hop back in. Again, I'm mostly going to run out of the mint today. Kind of like this sim pressure. Okay, edge responsibility. And they're going to break off their first big run of the game. We can always also go to the penny. The penny's pretty fun. We could bring a 5-man blitz out of the penny. If you want to get a little better, maybe run stopping. Nice. I'm actually playing well on defense. I mean, they're only running the ball and they're bad, but I probably should quit while I'm ahead. Let's see. Bring a slot blitz. He didn't get it. He did not get it, and they're punting again. Defense doing its job so far. I couldn't get around the edge. All right. 3rd and 6 already for Troy. And we're back on defense. Man, our offense is not doing us any favors. 26-yard punt return for 12 yards. A 14-yard net punt. Oh, what are you doing to us? So I'm pretty much blitzing every play as well, you'll notice. I kind of just want to... Boom! You see me shoot that gap right there? That's all me on defense. That's right. This zone blitz. That's only bringing 5. Nice. Alright, now we're in the nickel again. I'm going to go back to that mug look. And I want to run this twist 3. I'm pretty much just trying to run any blitz that gives me still defenders. Nice! We got a sack. Julian Peterson. Perfect. And we pushed him out of field goal range. That's why we're running blitz on this team. We've got to generate pressure. If we sit back in a passing attack, they're going to just shred us. Why would he catch that? Why wouldn't you not let that go in the end zone? Moment missed. What do you mean moment missed? I got a good stop. Goose Crowder with a 27-yard run. Then Trey Cooley. Trey Cooley again. Goose Crowder, 21-yard pass. Trey Cooley run. Goose Crowder run. And pass thrown away. Do we kick the field goal here? We do! We score more points. Let's go. 13-0. Giving up a lot of returns, I've noticed. So let's get back to the... Let's go to the 3-4 tight. Kind of want to see what we can run out of this one. We're going to bring a blitz out of this. It's a cover 2 blitz. I'm going to try to defend here. And that was my hole. Yeah, that was my hole. I wasn't expecting him to do that. Can run this saw blitz 3. Got third receiver responsibility. So basically anybody cuts across his face here. Oh no, it's a keeper, and I got totally fooled on that. Ball's out though. I thought we got it. Wear and tear substrat. Oh, I see. Let's go ahead and go aggressive on all these. I've seen people say you shouldn't go after the running back on these reads. I just could not disagree with that more, personally. I think that's absolute bogus. Alright, let's go back and run the saw blitz again. I had to make that play. I'm not impressed so far with our run stopping. I didn't fill my lane, so he almost cut back through it. Oh, now the 3-4 minute shows the coverage, so interesting. Don't know when it did that. Nice, we're gonna stop him. Alright, FCS gets their first points of the game. Can't hold them to 0 forever. What's the offense gonna do? One-yard run. 1-yard run. We get a first down at least. 1:30 left in the half. Another first down. No, not another first down. Alright, there we go. 16 yards. In field goal range, maybe. 2 throwaways. And then a big gain. 23 seconds left. This might not be enough time. Oh, 10 yards. Timeout remaining. And a touchdown. Okay. Goose Crowder leading that 2-minute offense really well. And then 8 seconds left, so they're just going to come out and take a knee. I would think. Shirley, right? Don't call me Shirley. No, they're not going to take a knee here. That's the end of the first half, though. Looks like player of the half, Rah Thomas, 7 targets, 72 yards, 7 catches. I'd say that's pretty good. I just want to look one thing up real quick. No, can I only play defense? Mahaney, 2 points for Santa Barbara. Come on now. You're better than that. Going to run this Tampa sim pressure. Again, we're looking at sim pressure. That was my gap again. I read the wrong gap. That was bad. That was really bad. Go back to that 3-4 tight. I actually kind of like this quite a bit. I want to run that field blitz. But I think you're still bringing 4 rushers in this one. Match the hole. Perfect. 3rd and 7 now. They really just can't get anything going. We're going to jump back into the nickel. I kind of want to run this mid blitz. I'm a little nervous about it. 6-man blitz, usually not exactly ideal. Let's run this SS Dog 3 instead. Got that 3 receiver. So that's going to be the tight end. Got him covered. It's one-on-one down the sideline. Caught! Oh my gosh. Come on. Devon Wingate Wilson. Dicing us up down the sideline. Alright. That's wildly disappointing. I have that middle gap. And I met it. Let's go. Now that I know it, you can actually read the gap. It'll show you what you're supposed to be doing. I was kind of just guessing most of the time. It really does make life so much better. I don't know if that was my guy. I don't think so. Or I think it was going to be my guy and they just kind of caught us at the wrong time. Let's run this 2 trap. And we get beat on it. Was hoping we wouldn't give up a touchdown to this, you know, bad team, but I don't think that's going to end up being an option. Is this match coverage? 3rd receiver hook? Yeah, there it is. Again, that was my bad. I got too aggressive and cut to the middle because I thought I bit on the handoff. And we gave up the touchdown. We're going back on D. Alright. Let's go back to our mitt. They've been running it so much that I don't necessarily want to stop bringing the pressure. Nice. I'm gonna run this robber press. Nice tackle in the backfield. Big loss. All right. Run single mug. And then run that defensive tackle Mike loop 3. You can only run cover 4 or 2 on this, which is interesting. I guess I'd rather do cover 4 than cover 2. That's a safety. That's a safety. Nice. If we score here, I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up to fast. I like normal sim, especially if it was a tight game. It'd be more fun than just, oh, the score is this now. I can actually follow along with my guys, but looks like we will score, so I will go ahead and go fast. Oh, and I skipped. I skipped a moment. Did not mean to do that. Looks like my team did alright without me, though. Let's run this cover 6 Willie. I don't really know what the Willie does because it kind of does what it should anyway in a... Covered that cutback lane. Okay. I was a little worried that I might have made the wrong read there. I don't want to go to the split now. Cover 3 is the option. We'll go around cover 3 sky. I don't think we got cover 3 sky done in time. thought okay, we're gonna get holding. We're gonna get holding. Woo-hoo-hoo. Well, I thought I read the right hole there, but we'll certainly take that. Alright, yeah, let's try it again. I don't know why I didn't get a chance to pick it. I definitely clicked the button. Nice. Blue Redmond heard on the play. And now it is definitely a bring the heat moment. How about a nickel blitz 3? Beautiful. Third sack of the game, and we brought them out of field goal range once again. They've got a punt. I wouldn't mind returning this. That wasn't worth it, though. I shouldn't have. Alright, back on defense. Offense couldn't score again. We're not at all surprised by that, though. Looks like South Alabama currently struggling with their team. Yeah, our defense has been pretty darn good today, I have to say. I've been impressed with this team defensively. Let's run some more cover 3 sky. I have that middle gap responsibility. I mean, it helps that they're so bad. This really is such a bad team. Let's run 2-4 load out of a cover 6 shell. And we're going to run quarters out of it with the pirate. That might sound like a lot of stuff I just threw, but I have a game plan in mind when I'm doing that. I kind of did the right job. I think the right job covering. I want to see real quick, because that was a tough one. They run out of such heavy set that it's kind of hard to tell who I'm supposed to cover. So let's see. So the first tight end comes crashing over. I think that's my responsibility to kind of hang with him, because I don't have... This guy's covering the seam flat, so he's covering the running back. Yeah, I'm supposed to be putting my face into number 88 there, and then this seam flat's following him. So I actually blew that coverage, and I'm just fortunate this guy didn't... I didn't even know where he's looking. Like, he's looking right at him. Right there, he should be throwing it to him. And instead, then you'll notice he shifts his head this way, where he has 0 receivers. So I won't get away with that against a good team, is what I'm trying to say. Dortch to return this. Nope, not going anywhere. We scored again, though. We scored again. Let's try cover 3 cloud. I don't think usually cloud is necessarily a great one to call. I don't know of the right time to use it. Oh, they're gonna break this one big. Yikes. They're just a cover 3 sky. There's a cover 3 buzz. That might not be bad. Middle gap responsibility. Oh, I so bit on the run fake. Oh, man, that was my guy. I bit hard on that run fake. Oofda. The other thing is I can run the Tampa 2 out of a cover 3 shell, and it means I won't give up as much in the run game. Like, that's the one thing about running cover 2 shell too high, is you end up usually giving up quite a bit in the run game. But I can elect to go instead to this 3 high look, and that brings a safety into the box. This gives us a little more coverage. I'm going to stay in the mid here. I'm going to run cover 3 match. Not blitzing. Simply don't think I need to. They might run the ball too. They're not going to. Good coverage. Obviously they're going to go for it. Why wouldn't you? 3 tight ends. I'm actually going to go ahead and jump into the goal line here. I kind of think he's just going to QB sneak. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. He did not QB sneak. I've seen the CPU QB sneak so often in that time. It's really what I thought he was going to go for there. Alright, let's jump into cover 6. Left responsibility, third receiver, hook. Good stuff. I'm going to jump into a dime now. This is a little wild. And I'm going to run cover 3 lock out of that cover 6. Starting to get a little tricky with it, I think. They ran the ball. I really didn't think with 2.5 left, they're going to just run the ball over and over. But I guess that's what they did. So we end up giving up 17 points. I mean, how do we feel in Chance Fortunata's first coordinator game defensively? 17 points, 7 of those in garbage time. So, you know, effectively 10. We look at stats. We only gave up 174 yards of offense. I think that's pretty good. Less than 4 yards per play. They completed 5 of 6 passes, so that kind of sucks. But they only threw 5 passes, so they ran the ball 39 times and they didn't get 100 yards. Leveled up. I have 34 points now. My goodness. I don't think I have anything unlocked. Crazily enough. I can put more into motivator though, I guess. I mean, might as well, right? I'm gonna hold on to it now. Can you buy... You can't buy other coaches' points. That's what I thought. Kind of what I expected. Alright, go ahead and sim next week. Week 1's a win, though. There's your easy game out of the way. Now we can start seeing how is recruiting going. Now we get Clemson. We get to go into Death Valley. So we moved into first for a lot of these players. That's good. Nobody's in the top 5, right? No. Alright, Trey Countess. It looks like this Mike linebacker is going to come here. Likely. I feel solid on these so far. 15 points on the athlete power rusher. We have 50 on this cornerback. I'm going to move all the 4-star players that are having me top. Unfortunately, this one just got a little tricky. This one's a really good race, though. The Will linebacker has me up there. We're going to move him up too. I think that's pretty good. I think we can sit on that. We're pretty much winning all those battles. Alright, week 2, let's jump into it. I think I'm going to keep the same uniforms. We're going to start with the first 2 base uniforms. Then we can start switching up to the other presets. Now, this is not my first game I played in Death Valley in CFB 26. As a matter of fact, I won the last one I played. We beat Clemson in the USA Dynasty. It's pretty fun. How's my throat feel? Need water? Yeah, I probably will. It's starting to hurt a little bit. I mean, as far as proof of concept goes, this works. It's got some kinks I definitely might need to iron out. No, I only want to watch defense. Interception! Oh, that's bad. That's their team. Their team got an interception. Oops. I got excited for no reason. We're gonna come out in Tampa 2, and I know this is bad. They're just gonna kill me from the Tampa 2. But we're gonna try it. That's a stop. First play on defense. 4 wide, and you know what? We're gonna continue to sit in this Tampa 2. Yeah, we're gonna sit in it still. Thank you. What's up, bro? Hey, Bluta dude. Nice to see you. Yeah, we're just doing some Coach Carousel stuff here, and we just gave up a touchdown. I'm gonna blame that on the distraction. How's my Tuesday? My Tuesday is really good so far. Work from home day, so that's always nice. Thought I'd pop on. This is my first ever. I'm trying a dual stream. I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. Trying casual streaming anyway, for the most part. Incomplete pass. Yeah, for the most part, I've been just uploading videos, but thought we'd get some Coach Carousel stuff in. Okay, we're moving the ball. Rah-rah Thomas. You left USA? No. So, oh, hey, Heels fan. I thought that was a Bluta dude. So, yeah, this is the new Coach Carousel Dynasty. I'm just doing, this is a stream-only Dynasty. So I'm kind of dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube, just trying things out, seeing what happens. It is ironic that I'm at Troy and not South Alabama. Reason for that being, I chose a coach from my Flyers franchise that was from Alabama. I thought we'd give him a defensive coordinator gig in an Alabama school. The only one that's not South Alabama, as far as I know, is Troy. So we will see South Alabama. I guess I gotta start bringing the heat. Yeah, we won our first game against FCS Southeast. I mean, no kidding there. It's pretty simple. But this game probably not going to go as well. RPO. It's not too bad. 4 yards. What do y'all do for these read keys? Usually I set it to read the running back. Unless they have a super mobile quarterback. I don't know if Clemson does. Is it still... It's Cade, right? 'Cause this is year 1. Yeah, it's Cade. So he is pretty mobile. There's Gideon Davidson. If you've been keeping up with the South Alabama Dynasty, you know how good that guy is. Yeah, I think with Cade being the guy, I'm going to instead focus on the quarterback here. And then read key, I like to personally set these to the pass, because I feel like the pass is really where you get killed. And I am going to bring my safeties in and pinch them. Just a personal preference thing. Let's run this cover 3 sky. You have it unbalanced. Okay. Yeah, I've seen different thoughts on it. I mean, it's always, obviously it's usually situational. Okay, that was my guy. Did my job there. Usually it's situational. 4 tight ends, my goodness. If they're going to come in 4 tight ends, do I run... I think I'm going to try goal line. I mean, this is a sneak by Cade, right? Yeah. Not much I can do about that. So our base playbook this year is the 3-3-4 tight. Let's try this mic press. Okay, I think I read that right, and that's a bad throw. Cover 3 buzz. Tampa sim pressure. The thing with these sim pressures, the only concern I have is you end up having an edge rusher in a very precarious situation. Like, I don't want my edge rushers that have 40 zone coverage dropping off into coverage. And I don't have recruiting in yet to have those guys as players that actually can do both. Let's run this load mug. I want to run this LB twist 3. Let's bring the heat. And my responsibility is number 1 here. Oh, yeah, I got him. Outside receivers didn't. So far, I feel like the team's doing pretty well. Corner blitz. I don't love running outside corner blitzes. Yo, Heaven's Angle, what's up? Good to see you. Was waiting for you to pop by. Long time no see. Oh, they just absolutely killed us right there. There was like 4 wide receivers. Let's check that back again. Everyone is on YouTube. You're the only one on Twitch, huh? Yeah, so we are officially dual streaming. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but let's see. Yeah, look at this. So this guy cuts in. This guy corners out. This guy runs a deep in. And then this guy runs a drag the other way. Like, everybody's in conflict on defense there. That is just unfair. Hey, Mr. Eggy, we got a mod in the chat. Nice to see you. Yeah, we've got both going. I don't have the chats working yet where you can see who's chatting from where. Shoot the gap, doesn't matter. Eggy's on both Twitch and YouTube, it looks like. So, sorry about that. I'll get that working in the future. Got the outside edge on this one. I don't know, did I go too far outside? I'm not really sure. Got 4 wide receivers now. Yeah, welcome to the Coach Carousel Dynasty. So this isn't related at all to my USA Dynasty. Yeah, he cut back. I mean, I took the right hole. I probably should have played that a little safer. Probably attacked it a little too hard. But this isn't related. We did choose a team, the rival team of USA. I actually went to Troy in this one. But Chance Fortunata, the former defensive end that broke the sack record in the Flyers franchise, is defensive coordinator for the Troy Trojans. And we're going to be taking whatever opportunities we can. The fun part about it is I will be rolling with a D20 to pick what schools I go to. So, you know, there might be a chance if a school offers us, we might look into it. Depending on how much interest that school has in us, we'll kind of set our advantages and disadvantages on the roll. And then we'll roll a D20. We'll see if Eggy can give us bardic inspiration to help our rollout or whatever it is. Focus. I'll join you, Eggy. Wait, what's going on? Eggy's saying oh, I see. I think Eggy's talking to himself. You do know you're talking to yourself, right, Eggy? Yeah, I mean, that's my guy, but I'm just so slow. His egg us going scrambled. John Sigma, what's up? Welcome. Yeah, I was just explaining. Welcome to the Coach Carousel Dynasty. So this one is, we're currently a defensive coordinator. This is my second ever game, the Troy Trojans. And we're taking on Clemson right now. But basically, we're going to roll for the chance to get to different schools. So say we have it like 4th highest interest or top 3 interest. That'll give us kind of our odds on our D20 that we're going to roll to see if we actually land the job. So it's not just going to be as straight up as somebody gives me an offer, I take it. We have to actually roll it. There's going to be a little bit of random chance, and then of course we'll add some fun storylines to it. But getting a bit tuned up in this second game of the season. Running a Tampa 2 right now mainly. 3-3-5 tight, of course, for Troy. Yeah, how's y'all's night? I was planning on watching some college basketball. I was going to watch Aiden Mahaney for Santa Barbara, but didn't end up wanting to do it. Oh, I went for the hard hit and I didn't get him. This is not going so well so far. Let's go back to that Tampa 2. I want to bring more heat, but we're getting killed in coverage. But I guess, does it matter if you can't get to the quarterback either way? I don't know. I mean, our run defense has not been terrible. We've actually been getting stops. Could run this over 3 sting. Brings an extra blitz. Already 4 hours into my night. What do you mean 4 hours into your night? Read that one right, I'm pretty sure, and then I missed the tackle. Oh no, down to the 5. Mod alert, visit YouTube, Mr. Fuzzyhead on YouTube. Oh, I see. Stream elements. Don't do that right now if you're on Twitch. I can think that's against terms of service. I'm not really sure. Kind of a cross hatch here. Gets the throw out, and that's another touchdown. I'm going to go ahead and turn on fast sim because this is turning into a blowout here. Are you allowed to play offense? I don't actually know. Are you allowed to play offense in this game if you're a defensive coordinator? Man, oh man, this is bad. Offense can't get anything going. Defense is just getting lit up. I feel like giving him 21 points isn't terrible. Nice. Nice. Okay, we'll take that. 4-yard loss. 3rd and 9. Can we finally get off the field here? I am going to run 2-4 load. I'm going to run a cover 3 match. Probably should have run cover 4, but it is what it is. We're going to run the hook curl, so I have the running back responsibility if he runs out. And that's some good defense. One-on-one shot down the field to the end zone, broken up. So we finally get a stop. We'll take that. What college football team do you support? So, yeah, that's the tricky thing. I guess, technically, I should say I support North Texas, and we're having a great year. That's my alma mater, so I did graduate from North Texas. I do support them, but I also don't necessarily care. Like, I didn't go to North Texas because it was my dream school or anything. So I cheer for them. I do cheer for, what other teams? I mean, I don't really have any teams I cheer for in college football. Like, I don't have anybody to call home. I like Kansas State, I guess. Who else? Yeah, who else do I support in football? That's a tough question. I could answer that in basketball. Oh no. I got him. No, I don't. That X button smash right there, I didn't have any time to do that. I'm gonna stay in this cover 3 sky, but it's not working well. I mean, I do watch South Alabama now because of my dynasty. That was me. That was all my assignment. But yeah, I don't really have a team to call home in college football. I kind of just pick teams in matchups and support them. What team do you support, John Sigma? I felt like we watched a lot of Michigan, but I don't know if that's because you support them. Michigan? In football? I don't know if I've ever watched Michigan in football other than, like, the championship game. Even in basketball, I mean, I've turned on Michigan a few times. Yeah, Eggy, that's absolutely right. When it comes to football, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm an NFL fan before I'm a college football fan. Although I'm not as big of a fan of Madden this year as I am college football. So I'm a Cowboys fan first. Sigma, you like Ohio State. Okay. So you're definitely riding a high from last year and then riding it into this year, I'd say. I guess where we can meet on our fandom of Ohio State and the Cowboys is Ezekiel Elliott, but that's been a long time since we had him, or at least since we had him and he was relevant. But if I had to become an Ohio State fan for the Cowboys to get more players like Ezekiel Elliott on their team, I might just have to do that. All right, 3rd and 4. We're gonna stay in this 3-5 minute. I want to run this nickel 2 trap. What CFB team does Sabrina like? I mean, she's from Pennsylvania, right? So I have no idea who she would support. Penn State, I guess? Is that probably who? She'd probably be a Penn State fan. I don't know who could be a Penn State fan. Yeah. 35 points. I mean, end of the day, I don't think there was much I could do, especially just being on defense. If I can't get on offense and score for us at all. We're only in the first half? Oh, no. I don't know if I can do this for a whole nother half, guys. This is brutal. Clemson is absolutely killing us. Okay, so we know Sigmas. Eggy, who's your college football team? Are we going Iowa for that one? I would imagine. If you had to watch one, let's just say that. Oh, I don't want to run a hot blitz. No, siree. Yeah, that's not going well. Simo. Oh, okay. Right. I forgot about Simo. They're good at football, I think, right? They're like really good at football. Best I recall. Obviously, they went to the tournament in basketball recently, but that wasn't, they were a bad team, and they just happened to get hot at the right time. I think they're actually legit at football. Probably Iowa. So at least we've got some controversy in chat. We've got an Ohio State fan and an Iowa fan. Yeah, that's all me. I locked that down. We got a sack off of it. First sack. We'll take that. Decent, but yeah, March Madness. That was a crazy year because they were such a bad team. And they just went on an insane heater in their last like 7 games or whatever it was to make the tournament. That was not a good team in the slightest. But it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Can I chuck this guy? I can. Did you see me chuck him there? That was all me. Delayed the route. Hang on, we're gonna highlight my chuck real quick, as it was pretty good. I just learned how to do it yesterday. I was doing some practice on my own. So you can see I missed it. It actually sucks in. It's like holding L2 in NBA 2K. I missed him. He's running this drag. No, you ain't. Chucked. We call that a zone chuck, baby. Alright, we're gonna run this load again. I think I'm gonna run the load mug this time, though. And I'm gonna run cover Tampa 2 out of it with a left exit 2. Or at least they attempt for March Madness. I don't think... No, they made the final bracket. Oh, I didn't get to play as the zone. That's my fault. I accidentally switched off the zone guy, and that was exactly where my zone would have been. I would have had that. Probably not. Yeah, no, they made it, that was what, 2-3 seasons ago? I want to say they made it on a buzzer beater, too. Best I recall. Oh, get upended, boy. That's Jordan Stringer. Yeah, how are we all doing tonight otherwise? Any, who's watched some good movies lately? Anybody watched any good movies? I'll go first. What have I watched recently? I watched Weapons about a week ago. It was decent. I gotta remember you gotta hold X, or you gotta tap X. Yeah, I thought Weapons was alright. Watched the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Those are pretty okay. Definitely probably my favorite MCU movies, outside of like the original Iron Man and stuff like that. Obviously, Iron Man 1's the GOAT when it comes to MCU. Not much of a fan of the rest of the MCU, but yeah, we watched a ton this week, actually. We watched this movie, I don't remember what it was called. It was a Sam Raimi movie, horror movie, where she gets cursed. Would not recommend that one. Watched Echo recently. Is that the MCU show, right? That has Wilson Fisk in it? No. I think that is called Echo as well. You're talking about something else. It had Cloverfield vibes. What is that one about? I haven't heard of that one. Yeah, Drag Me to Hell. That's what it was called. Oh, can I time out? Wait, time out! Oh, they almost got me. I just realized it's third down. I mean, we're not going to need that timeout. It's 35-3. I want to bring a load. Makes me laugh. I can't help it. What do you mean? What do you mean by that, game? Alright, there we go. Of course, the load is on the right, or yeah, it's on the right this time. Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. Bam! Upended, baby. That's user defense right there. Sorry. Family friendly. I mean, that's a win. That is a win. And it's been how long? My stream thing doesn't tell me how long I've been live. It says 0. Oh no, it does tell me. I'm just blind. Alien robot that was found by 12-year-old kids, like a version of E.T. done in 2020. But found footage, kind of, sort of, like Cloverfield. E.T. home phone. E.T. home phone. E.T. home phone? Who has a home phone in the 2020? Do you still have a home phone? Or do your parents still have a home phone? Because that's ridiculous. Now, after this game, this was kind of more of a test run. I will be shutting off the YouTube stream. So we'll be going exclusively to Twitch for the rest of the night. And I will be running some variety games with Eggy. Well, I want to thank everyone for stopping by so far. If you're enjoying this content, please go ahead and like. You can subscribe if you're on YouTube. You're on YouTube. Oh, and Mallory. I didn't realize you're not. I thought you were going to be streaming Dispatch after this. I guess we might have to save that for later in the week. If you have enjoyed so far, make sure if you're on the YouTube side of things, go ahead and like this video or this stream. Yeah, that's fair. I totally get you there. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I have a South Alabama Dynasty. That's me. That's me. I'm there. I have a South Alabama Dynasty where we currently are one of the better teams in the nation. So that one's in season 3 already. And it's been a blast to play that series. That's been probably the most fun I've had since the Olympia days, making content. It's done pretty well. And then I keep clicking my lips. I gotta stop doing that. Hey, we forced a punt. Can we just celebrate the fact that we have gotten 2 back-to-back wins enforcing a field goal and a punt. If you're on the Twitch side, yeah, go ahead and stick around because, like I said, we'll be playing some variety games. We'll be probably running some League of Legends, maybe some Rocket League later tonight. I'm not entirely sure. We scored a touchdown. Way to go, team. I'm probably just going to sit and cover 3 Sky the rest of the game, almost exclusively. Looks like they got their backups in. It keeps kicking me out to coach suggestions. Like, let me just pick my plays. Oh! I've got to stop going for the big hits. I did it there and missed the tackle entirely. A lot more yelling. Yeah, there's a good chance we're going to hear some more yelling. Luis Medina's hurt on the play. I don't love that. Do I have my backups in? Because I would like to go ahead and have them in. No, I don't think I do. I do think I have my backups in. So I've got the containing edge if they run, and then I've got this hook curl. I think we're going to force another stop. 3rd and 6, we're going to run that load again. This is, if you watch my... no, I don't want to run. I want to run cover 3 Sky. If you watch USA Dynasty at all, I run the crap out of these load formations in passing situations. That was pretty good coverage for me, and we get the tackle. We get the stop. So I might do a series even, or like streams. I'm not really sure how I do it, where I break down kind of what my play style is and the different formations I run and why. Because the load kind of gives it a chance for you to cause havoc and then give one of your edge rushers an isolated battle. So it's like the idea is you have 4 edge rushers, right? 1's over here, and then 3 are clumped up like they're playing normally over here. So you have this big gap right here. You never want to run that if they're going to run the ball. But in long 3rd down passing situations, this guy's got a one-on-one with his offensive lineman. And then these 3, you can run a stunt. So instead of just going up like this, straight up, I can have this guy curl around this way, this guy curls out, and then this guy curls in. So it's kind of like you can do some havoc, cause some issues on the offensive line. I'll show it here. Again, this isn't a situation which I'd want to run it, but so I run this pirate. You can see those lines. See, I'm pointing at my screen. Those red lines kind of show that they're all crashing in different ways. So they're going to actually overlap each other and not just run straight up. And then that one guy's on the left. So you have this entire hole here I have to fill. I'll get that tackle though. It's something I like running a lot when I'm just guaranteed they're going to throw the ball. And I want to make sure that I give my pass rush the best ability to blow up the play immediately. I still have my starters in. I think it's bugged. I definitely think it's bugged. Usually what I end up doing is I'll do this. It'll say, do you want to sub your starters in? Yeah. And then now I do my backups. And I guarantee you it's fixed now. Yeah, it's fixed. Really frustrating how that works. Alright, I've got edge, contain, and then a hook zone. Nice. Let's try that corner blitz. I mean, why not, right? Let's try it again. I'm gonna bring him in. Okay. We're gonna have gotten some stops to end this game. If I can get one more stop. So 3rd and 4 is an interesting one where I don't necessarily consider it to be a complete passing down. There is a chance they run the ball here. I'm gonna stick with just a base defense and cover 3. And I'm going to go to the strong side. And see, that's exactly why I wasn't going to run the load. Because I figured there's a good chance 3rd and 4 with time winding down, they just run the ball. But you know what? I think this is game over. I think they've got me beat here. I'm just going to go ahead and go on a limb and say that. So we'll go ahead and sim. And I think we ended up giving up, what? Yeah, 0 points in the 4th quarter. 3 points. The entire second half, we gave up 3 points. That's actually pretty darn good. And I feel like I can take credit for a lot of that. Now, we gave up 35 points in the first 2 quarters. So, that's not great. Let's sim, and then let's check how our recruiting's doing, because I think we're in a really good spot on a lot of the players we're going after. If we can build a decent enough lead, even if another team joins into the battle, I think it's going to be a pretty good chance we can win these. Yeah, 50 points. Let's look at the top 5 now. So we are in the top 5 for several players. And this Will Thumper, I'd like to go ahead and just give him a visit. I don't even want to screw around with it. So if I can free up 10 points. That's all I need. 10 points. So we're going to bring him in for the South Alabama game. That's a rivalry game. That's even more fun. And we know his thing is playing time, so we can go ahead and give him a playing time position meeting. We're sending the house. It's playing time and brand exposure. So let's see. I mean, I don't know. 1, 2, 3. It could be 3, actually. It could be a lot of things. So we're going to keep sending the house. Who else is in the top 5? This guy, proximity to home, brand exposure. Let's see if we can go ahead and give him a soft sell. 1. Yeah, it's this one. D minus, A minus A. I think that's pretty good to go for. And then this guy, we're giving 50 points. We're the only school offered for him. So I'm going to drop that down to 25. Or actually, I'm going to go ahead and do a soft sell if I can. And it's playing time. Well, how many are that? 1. I think it's this one right here. This football influencer. I don't think I've ever seen football influencer. That's kind of interesting. A plus F D minus. What does that tell us? Well, that says that we shouldn't be doing that with him at all. What about sway? Can we sway? Any sways involving proximity to home? Okay. I guess we'll just continue. We'll contact friends and family. Go ahead and offer him. This gives us a complimentary visit too. So that's really nice. Playing time. And we could probably even do this guy, and he also will give a complimentary visit. So we can go ahead and kind of load up on these guys a little bit. He's got proximity to home. I believe that's family visit. Yep. Then that gives me 5 points to spend. We'll do that. And then how am I doing for all the other players? I mean, we're fighting, you know? We're fighting for a lot of these guys. I feel pretty good about this. We're not in first place on one player on our list. Only one player doesn't have us first place. I don't know that I'll get all 15, but I think we've got a pretty decent chance to do so. And it looks like next time we play this, we'll be up against Memphis, the Tigers. But for the YouTube side, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. was pretty fun. Thanks everyone for stopping by. And yeah, expect more of this around this time, roughly around the 7 o'clock time. I think tomorrow I'll stream some, kind of a similar idea where I stream some of this football side first, and then we hop over and play some with Eggy22 for varied gaming or variety gaming on the Twitch channel. And then Thursday, maybe. Thursday's a maybe. Friday is a no. Well, Friday could be Twitch gaming. It could be variety gaming on Twitch. I can't guarantee that we'll do any of this series on Friday, but we should be able to do it Wednesday and probably Thursday.